Live. Test. Test. Okay. All right, we're live. And the ads should be off. I think. It should be. Okay, we're live. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep this short, y'all. Is the ad still running? Should be okay, right? I turned it off. I turned off the ads. It says that I did. Okay. I had to step away. I'm very overwhelmed right now. I could feel myself losing track of what I was trying to address and what I was trying to talk about. So I stepped away, but obviously this is extremely serious, and I want to be as clear as I possibly can be on all of it. As clear as I can make this, it was a messy relationship. It was a bad relationship. We were not good for each other, clearly. But there was no abuse. Just a bad relationship. That's it. There was no abuse. We shouldn't have been together for as long as we were. We should have ended it sooner, but we didn't. We agreed to try. We agreed to fight. We agreed to do what we could to make it work, and it didn't work. And that's that. I may have misspoke. I may have gotten emotional in a moment ago. Again, this is not something I prepared. This is not something I prepare for. This is a private matter that we've done so much work on together to try and move on from. But we weren't good together. And so we ended it over 2 years ago. It was ended over 2 years ago. There was no abuse. We shouldn't have been together for as long as we were. About the videos, the videos are, again, a insanely private thing. A purely private and personal thing between her and I. And Daphne and I, very early on, were experimenting. And we were experimenting with exhibitionism. God damn, it's fucking embarrassing to have to say this out loud. But we were experimenting with exhibitionism. We joined different forums, we joined different groups, and we joined different communities because this was something that we had explored. This was something that we were trying. This was something that we were doing together. And both of us consensually together started sharing ourselves with other people. We started up things in spaces meant for that kind of stuff. And it was shared with a close personal friend of ours at the time. And that's that. That's what happened. It was shared with a friend of ours. And she also posted nude photos of me on her Instagram account, on her private Instagram account. I just can't believe that I can't believe I have to even go into any of this. I can't believe I have to get into all of this insanely private matter. I don't need to know about what we were doing. That was for us. That was between us. But that's what that is. That's what that is. I, again, never would have brought this up, be the first to bring this up, but since she has aired it out, that during our open relationship, there was a pregnancy. And after working through the timeline of everything and going with her to the clinic and learning about everything that led up to it, it was hard to be emotionally strong during that time period when looking at the timeline, looking at everything that I saw and everything that I learned after the fact, that it wasn't mine. That is so hard to admit. That is so fucking insane to say. That was something that we worked so hard to get past. That was something that we worked so hard to get past. It was awful. I did the best that I could to be emotionally present. It's very hard to do that when after everything that happened, and after seeing everything, that it would be someone else's. But I stayed, she stayed, we tried moving on from it. It was insanely, wildly traumatic. I saw everything that led up to that moment, and I did my best. I did my best to try and move forward with her in that relationship, and we stayed together for quite some time after, and then it didn't work out. This is all such a real and serious issue. I got emotional a moment ago, having to now learn live with you guys, trying to be as transparent and trying to be as open about this and learning about these things that she's now sharing with everyone. And I reacted emotionally because this is a very hard thing to process. But we tried. It didn't work. That's what happened. That's the extent of events. Like I said, it's a very real issue. I would never try to victim blame. And in an effort to share my side, in an effort to try and explain anything, I wouldn't and didn't mean for it to come across like I'm victim blaming. I just need it to be so abundantly clear that we were just both not good for each other. I'm taking this very seriously, trying to be more open and honest with the public than I ever in my life thought I would ever have to be. But now that it's out, I had to just come back and just clear that up. No abuse. We're not moving forward together. It's done. We will go our separate ways. I lastly just want to say thank you to anyone willing to hear me out. And I appreciate anyone who understands how sensitive and how complex something like this is, and hearing and listening to me go through all of this too. So thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. I just needed to make sure I cleared that up before I officially log off. That's it.